Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
It is co-creation at its best, you'll see. We see you have dragged your physical bodies here. We've come along too. More of us here than you. Many. This could take a while. Many more of us than of you. But that's what makes for the co-creation, isn't it? It's not just the co-creation between you and each other. It's the co-creation between you and you. That's the best part of it. It's the co-creation between you and who you really are. You're calibrating to the whole of you. That's the best part of this, because when you are calibrated, when you're in sync with the consciousness that is really you, the whole of you, the part of you that was you before you came into this body, which you want to call you, that part of you that remained non-physically focused even though you're here, that non-physical soul-like, source-like you of you, in an environment like this, with so much emphasis from us on that part of you, you're going to find your connection. You will identify it, and together we will isolate it, and then you will calibrate to it. And what that means is you'll sync up, you'll tune in, you'll tap in to the whole of who you are, which means for the time that that is happening, and it will drift in and out a little bit for you, but more in than out, you'll feel clarity. You'll know things. When we talk about things, you'll understand them. You'll feel the resonance of your own life experience as different people talk about different things, or as we offer examples from Esther's life or from what's going on in the hot seat. You'll feel a profound resonance of understanding as you look at your life from a broader point of view. And that is the best part of this, because if you can sync up to the point that you are receiving the perspective about your life from that non-physical point of view, which is exactly what you intended to do. You said, I'll come, I'll get acclimated, I'll figure things out, I'll know what I do want and I'll know what I don't want, and I know that will be an ongoing thing, you said, and then I will learn through my emotional guidance system what thoughts, what words, what behaviors sync up with my non-physical intentions that are dynamic and ongoing, and which ones don't. I'll know by the way I feel how full of me I am. And we really like it when you are full of you, full of yourself. You say that about the youngsters. You're just full of yourself, and you often don't mean that as a compliment. But we do. We always mean that as a compliment. Sometimes you are irreverent, and we mean that as a compliment, because what we mean by that is you are setting aside the bogus beliefs that you've picked up along your physical trail, and you are feeling the friskiness of the fullness of who you are. So sometimes you're just not behaving at all. You're not behaving in the way the people of the world think they would like you to behave so that they could feel better. And after all, what's more important to them than you behaving so that they can feel better? Yes? That's not working out very well for you. If we were standing in your physical shoes, we would look for another source of guidance other than trying to please those fickle ones who seemingly mean well and sometimes even do, but who are not your guidance system but want to be. How's that for a teaser? So we'll be talking about who you are, how you fit into all of this, since you come from source energy, and we want to help you to realize that that is the dominant part of you, and you're here in this physical body doing what you intended, which is laying the groundwork for expansion. You're on the leading edge of all of it. You're out here where contrast is, so that you can decide and ask for the more that isn't absolutely apparent to you. And when enough of you ask for something, the whole trajectory of the mass consciousness on your planet is benefited by the consensus of asking when, and we want you to hear this, when while, still with us? While large percentages of your population asks, and 100% of them are answered. So the streaming life force of well-being is indescribable. But a much smaller percentage, that's where you come in, adjusts your frequency and calibrates to the receiving of what's being asked for. Wouldn't it be nice if everybody could let in what they're asking for? Well, they could, but you can't worry about those who aren't, because when you worry about those who are asking and not letting in, your attention upon them not letting it in doesn't let you let it in either. And then you feel resentful of them, like they're doing something that is depriving you of your well-being, when that is never true. It's always you. It's always you. You are the only one who can pinch yourself off from this abundant stream of well-being that is flowing. Oh, we are so eager to visit with you and hear what's on your mind. It is our promise to you that whatever it is, we'll chew over really good, and that together we will take thoughts beyond what they have been before. And so let's just get right to it. What do you want to talk about? Oh, we don't like any of that. We're going to have a really good gathering here today. Really good. You all right?
Yes, I'm more than all right. I'm so all right now. Thank you.
You must have been calibrated there. You must have gotten out ahead of that, or this couldn't be happening. Yeah?
Man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
I brought something that I thought maybe I could share. I guess I could start by saying that, oh God, the day that I found you on that YouTube click changed my life.
Well, it's law of attraction. It's law of attraction. So it's your point of attraction brought you something that you've been looking for.
And I didn't even know, but
Yeah,
man,
well,
now that I know.
when you're in the vibrational stage, sometimes you don't see it until it pops out. But now you know. That's what we started to say to you when we said you got out ahead of it. You calibrated to this moment. So when you have an opportunity, it would be worthwhile to ponder what kinds of thoughts and feelings you've been having that equal this, because there always is something that you can identify and relate to. There's nothing wrong with calibrating after the fact of a positive manifestation. It's a wonderful thing. In other words, looking for what you had been doing that brought this about. And so the same thing is always true. It's like mathematics. Once you know mathematics, you can solve any problem. Yeah.
And that's what I've been working on with you every morning at the kitchen table after meditation, just sitting here trying to feel the feelings and get inside of everything you say. And so what I wanted to share is I wrote a poem for you and for everybody. And if I could share it, is that okay?
It's for us. It's just for us.
Oh,
Don't give it to them.
okay. Yes, absolutely. It is for you. This is all for you. And it's just funny, but it's called Hickeys. It's a poem. And it says, how do you explain to anyone that your life's been turned around? With Abraham-Hicks and hot seat pics, we're up and won't come down. We want you to know, but it's hard to discuss. I've done it before, and even I think it's nuts. But beyond what it sounds like and beyond all the crazy, desire, align, and then practice it daily. The law of attraction's always ready to rock. As we allow and align, the universe unlocks. We live in the vortex, no, not outer space, but there are high-flying discs all over the place. We want you to get it and be tapped into source. How? The other half of the mushroom, of course. I'm absolutely kidding. There's no rabbit hole. The homework is mostly emotional control. Meditation, relaxation, enjoying our journey. Happy to the last until we're croaked on a gurney. They don't call us groupies, and no, we're not hickeys, but we daydream magic kingdoms that rival Mickey's. With the click of a button, everything changed. My priorities in life were all rearranged. We feel what we feel because we want to feel it. Tuned in and tapped in, we let inspiration reveal it. Life took a turn and would never be the same, and we are joyfully ecstatic that Abraham's to blame. and internally grateful to the Hicks, our dear friends, together in the vortex with love that never ends.
Very good. Really good. Very good. Really good. We want to point some things out. No question you received it, because every word was vibrationally accurate. The way it blended one with the next. Yeah, really good.
And I think that this was what I wanted to bring. Yeah. And I had a question about how I could be more inspirational like you, because that's where I'd like to be.
Well, you see, what you've demonstrated here is the height of alignment, and here's why. First of all, you understand the basis of things. Otherwise, the basis of things wouldn't be there. If that's the only thing anybody ever read, they could figure it out. Esther could retire. So, as you understand the basis of things, and then you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on with all these things that are in your vortex, like wanting to be entertaining and wanting to be uplifting and wanting it to rhyme and wanting it to meet all the requirements of all that does. In other words, do you realize how many desires were satisfied with this one inspired receiving? And it came quick too, didn't it?
It does.
In other words, it just boom, 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 boom. It just flowed right through.
Always with you.
Yeah.
Always.
So that's the way. This means there is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. That's what this means.
Wow.